at the softball at an event at the National Press Club where he drew laughter when he said, no, he wouldn't be reading Scott McClellan's book. The Blind, Leading the Blind. What you don't know can kill you or someone else's child. What do we need to know? We need to know we're in trouble. Napoleon said to his secretary in the thick of battle, if the news from the front is good, wake me. Don't wake me, let me sleep. If the news from the front is bad, wake me, we must act immediately. My friends, you don't need to be a reporter with your eyes open to see the news from the front is bad. But I, as a reporter, see it all the time. I report the assault on nature evidenced in coal mining that tears the tops off mountains and dumps them into rivers, sacrificing the health and lives of those in the valleys to short-term profit. And I see a link between that process and the stock market frenzy which scorns long-term investments, genuine savings, in favor of quick turnovers and speculative bubbles, whose inevitable bursting leaves insiders with stuffed pockets and millions of small shareholders, stockholders, pensioners, employees, and homeowners out of luck, out of work, and out of hope. And then I see a connection between those disasters and the repeal of regulations designed to prevent exactly that kind of human and economic damage. Who pushed for the removal of that firewall? The political marionettes in Washington who danced to the speculators' tune, and who are well rewarded with indispensable campaign contributions and lucrative lobbying jobs when they have delivered the goods. Even honorable opponents of the practice get trapped in the web of a system that can effectively limit politics to those who can afford to spend millions of dollars in their race for office and who know that their careers depend on pleasing their donors while deserting their voters. Then I draw a line to the statistics that show real wages lagging behind prices. The compensation of corporate barons soaring to heights unequaled anywhere among other industrialized democracies. The greatest income inequality since the Roaring '20s. The relentless cheese-carrying of federal funds devoted to public schools, to retraining workers whose jobs have been explored, and to programs of health care, all of which snatch away the ladder by which Americans of scant means but willing hands and hearts could work and save their way up to some middle-class security. And I connect those numbers to campaigns by our triumphant reactionaries against labor unions and the higher minimum wage, and to their success in reframing the tax code so as to strip them of their progressive character, laying the burdens of the social contract on a shrinking middle class, awash in credit card debt as workers struggle to keep up with the rising cost of health care, affordable housing, and college tuitions for their children. While huge inheritances go untouched, tax shelters abroad are legalized, and the rich get richer, and with each increase in their wealth are able to buy themselves more influence over those who make and execute the laws. Edward R. Murrow told his generation of journalists, no one can eliminate their prejudices, just recognize them. Here's my advice. Extremes of wealth and poverty cannot be reconciled with a truly just society. Capitalism breeds great inequality that is destructive unless tempered by an intuition for equality, which is the heart of democracy. When the state becomes the guardian of power and privilege to the neglect of justice for the people who have neither power nor privilege, you can no longer claim to have a representative government. Read historian Gordon's landmark book, The Radicalism of the American Revolution. America discovered its greatness, he writes, by creating a prosperous, free society belonging to obscure people with their workaday concerns and their pecuniary pursuits of happiness. A democracy that changes the lives of hitherto neglected and despised masses of common laboring people. People like Henry Moyers from Texas, and Oklahoma, and Joe Davidson from Texas. Men who worked their hearts out and their hands through calluses, believing in a country where ordinary people, irrespective of their father's or mother's wealth, had a chance to rise, succeed, and contribute. It's going the other way. You will search the dominant media largely in vain for journalism that tells the truth about the fading of the American dream. As conglomerates swallow up newspapers, magazines, publishing houses, and broadcast outlets, news organizations are folded into entertainment divisions. The news hole in the print media shrinks to make room for ads, celebrities, nonsense, and propaganda, and the news we need to know slips from sight. So it's up to you to tell the truth about this country we love. It's up to you to tell the truth about what's happening to ordinary people. It's up to you to remind us that democracy only works when ordinary people claim it as their own. It's up to you to write the story of America that leaves no one out. And it's up to you to rekindle the patriot's dream. Arlo Guthrie, remember? Living now, here but for fortune, placed by fate's mysterious schemes, who'd believe we're the ones asked to rekindle the patriot's dream? Arise, destiny, time unshort, all of your patience has heard their retort. Hear us now, for alone we can't seem to rekindle the patriot's dream. Oh, but perhaps too much is being asked of too few. You and your children with nothing to do. Hear us now. For alone, we can't seem to try to rekindle the patriot's dream. Perhaps too much is being asked of too few. But you're not alone. Remember? Look around. You're not alone. And you know what we need to know. So go tell it on the mountains and in the cities. From your websites and laptops, tell it. From the street corners and coffee house, tell it. From delis and diners, tell it. From the workshop and the bookstore, tell it. On campus, at the mall, the synagogue, sanctuary, and mosque, tell it. Tell it where you can, when you can, and why you can. Tell America what we need to know, and we may just rekindle the patriot dream. Good luck to one another.
Moyers will be signing copies of his new book on democracy in the exhibit room right out the door that way. He'll be there almost immediately, so please go over there if you'd like a copy. But that book includes the transcripts of previous talks at the National Conference for Media Forum. Also, I've been asking people to exit quickly. We need to reconfigure these rooms for the 9:30 sessions. So thank you very much and have a great day.
The Minneapolis, Minnesota Convention Center is on a turntable system. All the parts of this convention center are on turntables. They turn around and you can assemble large halls or have small ones for any kind of event. It's pretty cool. Bill Moyers at book signing.
Do it because there are people like you.
But it's my friend Jim, and just